right, guys, welcome to What Do You Need to Know? Zelenskyy edition. The very first installment of Zelenskyy, right? And the cards I got for Zelenskyy is the Fool and the Seven of Cups. I got the Fool and the Seven of Cups. This is somebody that is thinking about or going on this journey, and as they're going on this journey, they're thinking about their options. And as they're going out on this journey, they're going to be going this way. Say the Fool card is facing this way, right? So as they're going out on this journey facing this way, they're coming back around, and then they're going to be facing their options, basically. So it's like they're thinking about their options because they're going to have to come around to their options and make a choice, make a decision, right? Because the choice is yours, meaning the choices you make affect the next step in your journey or in your life. So he's coming up on a choice at some point as he's walking on this journey that he's taken, or he's taken Ukraine through, or he's taking Ukraine through this journey that he's walking on. So basically when I'm talking about Zelenskyy, I'm talking about Ukraine as well, because they appointed him to make the decisions for them. So he's thinking about these options in the back of his mind, because at some point he's going to be walking into those options. The clarifying card I got for the Fool card was Temperance. And I want to say this before I go any further. As you can see, that card is different from the... it kind of was like, don't interrupt my show. Okay. All right. I just want to explain my cards. But listen, the cards I'm using right now are different from the traditional deck that I usually use for Biden and Putin. I thought about using this deck for Putin. I'm not sure yet. I've gone 8 shows with Putin with the traditional deck, but I like these cards because it tells you, it reads different for one, and it's a quick read because the story is just like so bam in your face. Like it uses people in like interactions in real life situations, whereas like traditional, you gotta you gotta focus. Let's say that. With this, I'm talking about, it's just like taking pictures, and I can see the story like, oh shit. So it's like, I like using these, so I might at least use these on Biden and keep using traditional on Putin. But anyway, let's get back to the story. It's just like something I geeked out on, my bad. All right, so for the Fool card, I got the Temperance. So he's like going on this journey. In my mind, when I see that, it feels like he kind of feels like either way it goes, there's a chance of him finding some type of calmness in the situation. I don't know, like, meaning, I really mean, like, even if he went to the other side and they got captured or they lost, like, he feel like, not like it was guided to happen or like just guided. I think this person is probably like big on faith or something. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, I'd be like, how could you be feeling like you was guided to be captured? And like maybe unless he was like thinking like, I was guided to be captured, but I know I'm captured. Whatever I believe in is there with me, and it'd make me get out of being captured or something. Like, I don't know. Like I don't know. I just feel like this person is probably like big on faith, because that just make me feel that way. Like he feels like whichever way, he's gonna be all right, because it was like guided to happen, or it was guided. Like I don't know. Maybe he thinks he's a superhero. He could like cut some chains off and beat everybody up on a boat, and maybe he watched a lot of movies. I don't know. But he just got this feeling of like, that's the feel that I get as he's going on this new journey. But I clarified that with a few cards, and he like told me this story from the Temperance. It was the 2 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Rods, the 6 of Rods, the 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, the Hierophant, the King of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. So as he's being guided on this journey down this path. He feels like he's in his head a lot. He's in his head a lot because he has a choice and he's like trying to balance because it's real wavy right now. It's real, like maybe it's real. The weather is really bad, but his ships are coming in. The weather's really bad, but something good is coming. He's thinking about these choices that he has to balance, right? And one way he can go is what he's thinking about. One way, because they only show me one side. There's another side to this, but they only show me one. One way he can go. There's all these like pentacles. There's the 10 of Pentacles, then the Ace of Pentacles. Like, this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money. He can be good, as people can be good, families can be good. A lot of money. And a person that's giving this money and wanting to give this money, this is where I see Putin come to the party, right? And it's funny because when I see Putin in Putin 1 through 8, when I see Putin in Biden, I see Putin as a king of wands. He's a king of wands in those stories. They see him as a king. They see him as a man. When I see him in Zelensky's story, he's a page of rods. In these cards, rods are the same thing as wands. So he's still a wand, but he's a page in Zelensky's mind. Zelensky sees him as immature. He sees him as a kid. He sees him as a little boy, the way he thinks and acts. And he also, this is so funny because as he sees this little kid, he sees Putin as this little kid commanding this army, and he sees Putin as this strong commander. He sees him as that, but he sees his army as weak. He sees his army as weak, Zelensky. But he's thinking about this money. He's thinking about this money that's been offered to him. This money's been offered to him, and he's thinking about it, and he knows that he'd have to work. He'd still be a slave. He'd be a slave to Putin. He'll still be working to get all this money. It'll still be a lot of work. So, as the king he is himself sitting here, he's thinking about this offer, and then he's turning it down. Zelensky's turning it down. Remember in Putin 8, Putin 7, they're turning everything down. Yeah, they are. But as he's sitting there and he's thinking about this, he's looking out and he's thinking about this little offer that was given and turning it down. There's a contract right behind him that he's thinking about in his conscience or in the back of his mind. There's like a contract that he also has in the back of his mind. And that contract is with this masculine energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, which would be Biden, in his masculine energy. Meaning he's seen him be in his masculine energy, which is probably why he's in his head, because he's seen him be in his masculine energy probably towards like Putin, right? So he's seen that masculine energy side of him. So he knows it's there. So he's thinking about this and it's got him in his head. And he's not sure which way to go, because his options that we talked about earlier, what clarified his options were the Devil card and the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is how Biden presented himself towards him in this feminine energy. This is how he's always seen Putin. He's always seen Putin as the devil. Every time I saw Putin in his thought, he always saw him as the devil. His two options came out, Putin and Biden. Basically, those are his choices for Zelensky. Choices are still being made. Scripts are still being written. Which way will he go? Find out on the next episode of What You Need to Know, Zelensky.